In just about 6 minutes, I'm going to help you understand exactly what your leadership style is so you can lead more effectively starting today. A Harvard study on leadership found that 95% of people believe they have a great understanding of their self and how they lead. But in reality, it's only about 10 to 15% who really understand who they are as a leader. New leaders tend to miss the mark by a large margin, with about 65% of leaders failing in their first 18 months. That's huge, and it erodes team trust super quick. So understanding yourself is what we're going to get after in this video. In the video, we're going to get after leadership style. The fact is that 70% of culture and organizations are set by leaders and managers, and understanding how to effectively employ your style is critical to you as a leader. In true Navy fashion, I've come up with an acronym. The acronym I'm going to use is HELM. H is Helmsman, E is Engineer, L is Liaison, and the M, that's the Maverick. So each one is going to correspond. You're going to tally up your score, and at the end, after the 12 questions, I'm going to break each one into great detail so you can understand how to use it today and how to get after it. Here's a quick map and breakdown of what each one of those means. Helmsman is decisive, mission-oriented, and you get progress and real solutions fast. Engineer is about systems and planning. You make results repeatable. Liaison is about building cohesion and trust. You're able to turn individual members into teams quickly. Lastly is Maverick. This is all about innovation. You can think outside the box and find results where others might struggle. So here's the test. It's going to be 12 questions. I'm going to give you 8 seconds per question. Trust your gut. Your first instinct is where you lean most of the time. Question number 1. You get a new tasker from the CEO. You don't get a timeline. What do you do? Question 2. You've got 2 chiefs. They disagree on how to run a drill. Question 3. There's a PMS backlog that's rising in your work center. How do you choose to handle it? Question number 4. CASREP parts are delayed, but you've got operations that are coming down the pipe quick. Take a quick recap, tally your points. Which one of your styles is leading right now? Question 5. You've got a new sailor who's stuck on PQS. How do you get him on the right track? Question number 6. You come in and find that your Watchbill is completely broken. Question number 7. You've got an inspection in 10 days, and you've got hits. How do you attack that? Question number 8. You've got a mishap that just occurred. 2 shops are blaming each other for that miss. How do you handle that situation? Question number 9. You do a quick analysis of your safety, and there's a trend that shows that there were more near misses in the past than you realized. Question number 10. You've been tasked to run a command event, but given extremely vague guidance on how to handle it. Question number 11. You created a very thorough training plan, but that plan, it's starting to slip and fall to the wayside. Question 12. You're in the middle of operations and new software has been ordered to be taken on by the command. Put those pencils down. Tally up all of your responses. Remember that A's map to H, B's map to E, C's to L, and your D's to M. So at the end, you should have a score like this. Now that you have your score, I'm going to break it down and give you an in-depth of understanding of what each leadership style is. Don't worry, I'm going to map them to some of the normal leadership styles that you're used to hearing. So you can translate these results into real traction on the deck plate today. Here's your breakdown for Helmsman. Helmsman maps to authoritative or directive leadership. If this is your top style, your strength is making clean decisions fast and giving simple orders people can follow. You should use this when time is short, the risk is high, or your team is stuck waiting. Think inspections, casualty drills, or mission with a hard deadline. The main risk of this leadership style is you're moving so fast that you don't have time to get the input that could save you time later. Or you might tire your people out with a constant high pace. So how do you control that? Before you decide, talk to a couple of your peers for different views. See what they have to say, and then decide and brief your plan based on that feedback. Here's an example. We have an inspection hit that's due in 5 days. The purpose is to pass that. Here's 3 tasks for your team. Update the binder, fix the space, and then rehearse the brief. Owners are assigned now, and the first check-in is tomorrow. How do you know that this leadership style is working? The team starts and gets after what you task them right away. They're not confused with your direct explanation. You don't have to re-explain it, and progress shows up on the immediate first check-in. Here's the engineer brief and breakdown. Engineer maps to managerial or transactional leadership. If this is your top style, your strength is building clear plans and steady systems that keep your work moving. You should use the engineer when the job has many steps or many handoffs between shops. Think watchbills, think onboarding, or anything that's a repeatable process. The main risk with doing this is you might get stuck in planning for way too long, trying to make a plan perfect before you start. You can control this risk by starting the plan and using the 70% rule. Once you have 70% of the plan, execute. Don't wait for 100%. You'll get analysis by paralysis if you don't do this. You can say it like this when you're making your plan. Here's the plan on one page. You own these steps. Here are the dates that I need these done by. These 2 steps are probably the risky ones, so we'll need to check on those 2 every single day. We start now, even if we're not at 100%. Then we adjust the plan as we move forward. You know this plan is working if everyone knows what the next step is. There's fewer mistakes, and you're not getting surprised at the end. If this is you, do this one move this week. Take one messy process and put it on a 1-page steps, owners, and dates. Start with 70% and then refine after the first checkpoint. Next is Liaison. Liaison maps to democratic, servant, and coaching leadership styles. If this is your top style, your strength is in building trust, getting buy-in, and helping people grow. You should use the Liaison leadership style when 2 shops are clashing, when you have a new team, or when skills need to improve. Think cross-department handoffs, new sailors learning fast, or a project that needs people to pull together. The main risk with the Liaison leadership style is being so focused on people that your standards start to get fuzzy and you let conflict drag on for too long. You can control this risk by saying the standard first and then coaching to it. You want to keep that line clear. Here's an example. Operations and engineering departments keep missing on equipment handoffs. How do you know if this leadership style is working? People will start to follow through, handoffs will stop breaking, and small problems are brought up early instead of staying hidden. If this is you, try this week. Run 2 one-on-ones using the 5-line script. Lead with the standard, then coach the fix. And put a date on the follow-up. That way you can stay engaged. Lastly is Maverick. Maverick maps to transformational or visionary leadership. If this is your top style, your strength is shaking loose, stuck work with fresh ideas and quick tests that bring back energy in the workplace. You should use the Maverick when your team is stale, the problem is new, or the old plan keeps on failing. Think about backlog, spikes, broken workflows, or a new tool that might help your team. The main risk with the Maverick leadership style is starting too many things and finishing none of them, or changing too often that your people get confused or burnt out by the constant change. You can control this risk by giving every new idea one limit and one finish line. Keep the test small and keep it short. Say it like this: we believe this change will cut backlog by 20%. We will count the backlog number every 2 days. This person owns the test. The limit is we can use no extra duty hours. The finish line is 2 weeks from today. On that day, we will stop and decide to either adopt this initiative or drop it. Here's an example. PMS Backlog is Rising. You create a micro drill that targets the top 3 reoccurring hits. Run it for 2 weeks with one small team, and then keep it only if the backlog drops by the targeted percentage. You'll know that the Maverick leadership style is working when you start to get quick wins, or you learn clearly what does not work, and the team feels motion instead of the drag. If this is you, try this move this week. Pick a bottleneck and run 1 2-week test with a clear belief, a simple number, 1 owner, 1 limit, and 1 hard stop. That'll help you get after action quickly. Great. That's it. Now you understand how your Helm score works, how we computed it, and how you can take action immediately. Now it's your turn. Drop those Helm scores in the comments. I want to see where you guys broke out. It's always interesting to me to see the variety of types of leaders that we have around the world and in the Navy. And if you want to go deeper into your leadership journey, check out my full-length leadership mini course. This is about 30 minutes of prime time and 5 episodes all about leadership to help you get started and improve today. Check it out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.